Okay, so we're going to start on second down of Jackson Arnold's first possession here, and just kind of look at some different things. Obviously, everybody just kind of wants to see some of his plays. So let's have a look and get into it a little bit. So this is the first one. It's just a GT counter. This to me looks a little on Gavin Sawchuk. So you're going to have the pull here, Sexton, Matoyer. Matoyer's going to pick up this guy, and then Sexton's going to come around. And I believe it's the play side linebacker here is going to be the guy he picks up. So let's watch it through, and then we'll come back to it a little bit. Okay, so I think anybody watching that say, "Oh, just terribly blocked." Well, just watch it for a second here. Okay, so Matoyer sets his block. Sawchuk, you'd really like to see him getting up on, kind of following his block there, getting up on the hip a little bit. And if he does this initial bounce instead of following Sexton through the hole. And when he does, it gives that guy the outside shoulder, and then he's in trouble. And from there, everybody else has time to close. I mean, it's just, the counter's a little slow anyway, but to do it, you give them an extra beat, it's just going to be really hard to deal with. Now, Sexton does not do a particularly good job, but part of that, to me, is because Sexton's expecting Sawchuk to follow him through the lane here. And again, I'm not saying it's all on Sawchuk. I'm just saying there's a chain reaction here. So, okay, so here we talk. Okay, so there you've got Matoyer, and Sexton's going to go through the hole, and like I said, he's going to pick up the play side linebacker. It looks well lined up for him. Like, it looks, okay. Let's go back a few beats. Like right here, okay. That's like you want. And if you look at it, if Sexton's, a foot or two over here and going through this lane, Matoyer's got that guy walled. This guy's going to have to come through Sexton, and then boom, you've got a chance to bounce, and you're one-on-one with this guy right here. Because Drake Stoops is doing what Drake Stoops does. But when he stays wide and he's out there, this guy shoots wide, and Sexton, he can't close that gap because he's a 320-pound guy trying to catch up to a 220-pound linebacker. So again, it's not egregious, but it just that little stuff, man. When you're pulling, you got to really get on those guys. And I think Sawchuk, as the game went on, got better and better, and it's gotten better and better over the last few weeks. But that one was just, not the run he'd have wanted to have. Okay, so here's the scramble that ends up being a Austin Stogner pass interference. Okay, so again, interrupted by children. Gotta love the Thanksgiving break. So anyway, so here you've got Jackson Arnold. Very, very quick to his decisions here. I mean, like you can see it. He's probably got Drake Stoops right there if he wants it. Let's see. Stoops in motion. I mean, a little more confident, a little more veteran guy. Probably, I mean, at this point, Dylan Gabriel's throwing the ball, or should be a guy that veteran. We know Gabriel's had a few issues with deep balls and ripping it too, but knowing Jackson Arnold, how much he likes to challenge vertically, I'm a little surprised he didn't take this shot. And I mean, he's also got Jalil Farouk. I mean, either one of these throws he's got. But again, young quarterback, I get it. We're not getting down on him. I frankly, I love it. He didn't sit there and hesitate and wait for somebody to come open. He said, okay, I got to go. Like the internal clock was where it needed to be, because it needed to be either he's throwing or he's leaving. And so he leaves, and you see his athleticism. I know people don't like that call, and I mean, it's very debatable whether the guy was falling or not. But I mean, Starner's putting hands on him. Like, you can say it any way you want to. Like, that's if it goes the other way, you guys will be losing your mind over that call not being made. Because yes, he's stumbling anyways, but Austin puts his hands on his back, and he doesn't need to. I don't care if that guy comes back. He's not stopping Arnold before he gets a first down. That's a first down either way. And it's just not what it needs to be. Should have been better. So, whatever. So we'll move on to 3rd and 6 here.
Texas, a 5-star player, Gatorade National Player of the Year.
Okay. So here is one I thought Arnold was really quick to come off of. I think he's just in too big of a hurry there because, he has no pressure. BYU's bringing 3. OU's got that Steinman. He's got all day. And look at it. It's okay at the snap. 11:20. Too far. Three seconds, and he's already gone through it and gone to his check down. That's too quick, especially when you've got that pressure. I guess you could look at it as you like the freshman being quicker than slow. Okay, you're a little too fast. And he talked about it in the post game. He was a little too amped up, a little nervous. He acknowledged all that. So again, this is not a negative thing. We're just looking at what happened. I think he got in a little bit of a hurry. I will say BYU had this pretty well covered. I think he might have ended up back at Tawee anyway. But it seemed like he just came off of stuff. He's already done with that. Obviously, corner sitting short. I think Farouk is probably the window there if you look at it, because Drake was going to have to clear the linebacker. It's a throw Jackson Arnold's fully capable of making, but it's a tough one to drop it kind of between the linebackers in front of the safety and the play side corner. So that's a tough throw. Farouk's probably the look. There's a clear window, that kind of stuff. But, just like I said, we're just kind of looking at what happened, and this isn't a big criticism moment or anything like that.